Hello, hello, and welcome back for another adventure in the cookie jar. Today we're doing the second recipe from Devil's Food Cake Murder. It is called Death by Caffeine, a Mocha Trifle. There are a lot of extra there's 30 notes in here, but they're quite long. So the first thing is you don't have to preheat your oven at all. This dessert requires no baking. It does require 3 hours at least of chilling. So the ingredients you're going to want are 6 cups sponge cake, 1 cup strong brewed coffee cooled to room temperature, 16 ounces, 6 cups of dairy topping, 1/4 cup of coffee liqueur, 2 tablespoons of chocolate liqueur, 2 6-ounce containers of chocolatey yogurt, 3/4 cup mini chocolate chips, and 3/4 cups chopped pecans. The thing with the yogurt is that it does have a note. I couldn't find chocolate yogurt in my store, so I used 2 6-ounce containers of vanilla yogurt and mixed it with 1/8 of a cup of chocolate syrup. It worked just fine. The cups are no longer 6 ounces, they are 4. I found these. These are 4 ounces of the chocolate whips. I figure it would work. You're mixing it in Cool Whip anyway. But I grabbed 3 of them. There'll be 2 extra ounces. I don't think it'll ruin anything. With that being said, the first note is if you can't find a sponge cake at your local bakery and you don't feel like baking one, you may be able to find little round indented cups for strawberry shortcake in your grocery store. I did, and mine were called dessert shells, and 1 serving was 2 shells. They're not pie shells, but squishy like a sponge. It takes 10 little cups to make 6 cups of cubed sponge cake, and the total weight of the cake was 8 ounces. I went and got 2 packs of the dessert shells. The second note is if you would prefer to whip your own sweetened whipped cream, that's fine, just make sure you end up with 6 cups. To do this, start with 3 cups of chilled whipping cream, whip it up, and when it begins to hold a peak, continue beating and slowly sprinkle in 1/2 cup of white granulated sugar. Continue to beat until the sugar has dissolved. You can tell by shutting off the mixer and rubbing a bit of whipped cream between your fingers and thumb. If it is gritty, it is not dissolved yet. So, you're going to want to cut your sponge cake into little squares. It says roughly twice the size of those little cheese cubes with fancy toothpicks that they serve at parties. You're going to put those in a bowl with the coffee, let those soak. You're going to mix in a different bowl the whipped topping, the yogurt, and the liqueur. Set that aside. In another bowl, mix the chocolate chips and the pecans. These are going to make up your 3 layers. Now, you're going to layer the coffee and then the yogurt mix and then the chocolate. Repeat that 3 times. And then the last note says, Linda tops her trifle off with a few espresso coffee beans, but Sally uses chocolate curls at the lake eaten in. Even though all you have to do to make chocolate curls is run a blade of a sharp knife down the side of a thick chocolate bar, I sometimes don't have time to do it. Then I just sprinkle on a few seasonal berries or more mini chocolate chips for decoration. This dessert must chill for at least 3 hours before serving it. If you have all the ingredients, you can make it in the morning in about 15 minutes, stick it in the refrigerator while you go about your busy day, and serve it to company for dinner that night. This trifle serves 12 unless you invite Mike. I watched him eat it 3 helpings at the lake eaten in. So everything's let out. Let's get started. This is everything we're going to make this trifle. Okay, so this is the bowl we're going to put the final trifle in. I'm just going to set that aside for right now. We're going to take our cubes and our coffee. Okay. It very quickly starts to look like stuffing from Thanksgiving. In another bowl, I don't know if this will actually fit, but we're going to figure it out. So that we have the coffee liqueur, the chocolate liqueur, and the yogurts. And give this a quick mix. And for this part, we're just going to mix the pecans and the nuts to put this together. So we want 1/3 of the coffee. So I'm going to put 2 scoops. A 1/3 of this. and a third of this. Okay. Second layer. And the final layer. And the last bit of nuts. I actually might grab out another little handful of the pecans because it doesn't really look like very much pecans on the top. We are bowl central. But it does, like I said, it mentions espresso beans and it mentions shredded chocolate, but it's already got all of that on the top with the nuts and everything. I'm not quite sure how they're decorating the top, but I'll give you an up top view and then we will go into the fridge for 3 hours. That's the top. In the side, you can see all the layers. This is what we have the next morning. Doesn't look very different. So, first thing, highly alcoholic. Like, it smells so much of the Kahlua and the creme de cacao. Oh, that is good. Oh my God, that is so good. I ate my whole cup before I even moved on. That was, and you get so much. That's awesome. That will definitely all be eaten. You do not taste the alcohol. You can smell it, but you do not taste it. And it is so good. I don't really get a lot of coffee. I mostly get chocolate or mocha. Mocha would be the best flavor to represent this, which Mocha Trifle. So chocolate and coffee. The nuts give it a little bit of a texture change. The mini chocolate chips give it nice chocolate, but I would make this again. I'll probably eat half of it for the end of the day. Definitely when you're serving it, keep in mind there is about 3 shots of alcohol in this. I don't know what that equates per serving, but if you're giving it to kids or if you're driving or anything like that, definitely keep that in mind. Not to overdo it with it, but it's really, really good. It's one of my favorite things I think I've made. Definitely the best no effort things I've ever made. But yeah, so if you're interested in that, try it. Next week, I think we're making carrot oatmeal muffin. That sounds healthy. Yay! If you're interested in seeing those, join us next week. I'm sure they'll be delicious. Hope you have a good one. Bye!